Jackie. Hi, Mama. Why are you so sweet? I don't deserve you. Take a photo. Oh! Ew, you just blew all your boogers on me? What's good, Panda fam? Koyuki Panda here, and I am back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 things that I wish I knew before I became a freelancer. But as a quick disclaimer for this video, I am currently cat sitting at my friend's house. So if you hear any like weird noises or like see any friends, they might jump on camera, I don't know. But if you do, that's why. So also, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you will always know when I upload. And yeah, let's get into it. So 5 things that I wish I knew before becoming a freelancer. Number 1, you are a new business. Congratulations. I hope you were paying attention in economics class because you are now a business. And because you are a business, this means you are now going to be learning a lot of new things that you didn't think you'd have to know, such as taxes. Taxes are a big thing, business taxes. Do I need to get a company? Does this have to be incorporated? Do I make an LLC? You also need to learn how to book for conventions. If you're a freelance illustrator, that's like, you really only have to book conventions if you are freelance and selling prints and have like an online shop, which if you are freelance, you should be doing because it's extra income. I'm not gonna get into like passive and active income streams. There's plenty of videos for that. I really just want to talk about stuff that I don't see a lot of other people talking about that I feel like is very important to know when you first become a freelancer. You need to learn finances. You need to learn how to budget. You might find some trouble. You might find some trouble in the long run. You also need to learn how to network. You need to learn how to network. And it's not just so that you can get clients, but if you learn how to network, you can make friends in high places, friends in low places, find somebody who can help you, and you can also do the same for others. Really about give and take, it's about communication. And that segues into our next thing that I wish I knew as a freelancer before becoming a freelancer. That is, you need to learn engaging social skills. You cannot be out here like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be, you don't have to be a people person, but you definitely need to learn how to sell yourself. You need to have social skills. Social skills will help you with your networking. It'll help you sell work, and you need that stuff to survive. And like, if you don't have any social skills, you might not do well. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not gonna front. You might not do well. I have a small story for you guys, and this is just my personal, my thing. I will say I went to Mocha Fest. I went to Mocha Fest last year. I went to go see Frander because I actually vlogged that experience, so it's on the channel. Anyway, I went to Mocha Fest last year to go see Frander, and I don't know if I want to say the actual school. Oh, I'm not gonna say the school, but there was a school there, pretty prominent art school, and they had students selling their work there. The work was good. The work was good. It was just like, it was like the typical art fair stuff, zines, prints, totes, t-shirts, and stuff like that. These kids they didn't have any social skills. They couldn't hold a conversation. They couldn't sell me their work. And at the prices that they were selling it, it was a lot for student work. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, it was a lot. Oh, here's one of our friends. This is Jackie. Say hi, Jackie. There were like shirts for like $30 or something like that. Not that shirts should not be $30. If you're still a student, I have a hard time paying $30 for your t-shirt. That's just like, I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. I'm not gonna pay $30 for student work unless you sell it to me. You know what I'm saying? These kids couldn't sell me. Potential of me buying was pretty high, but also pretty low because like I said, it's student work. I wasn't gonna pay $30, but I did think that the work was good. And if they sold me on it, I definitely would have walked out of there with something and they would have had some cash in their pockets, you know what I mean? These kids couldn't look me in the eyeballs. They couldn't look at me in the eye. They couldn't speak to me. And that was, it was a bit of a turnoff. I was not sold and I walked out of there spending money on somebody who was able to talk to me and be friendly and like kind of sell themselves to me in a sense. And we have another friend. This is Buddha. Hi, Buddha. Oh, he's a little camera shy, I guess. If you are an artist, this is something that's gonna happen. You have to learn how to talk to people. You have to learn how to make small talk. You have to learn how to accept compliments and give compliments. You have to learn how to do these things. It can be difficult. Oh, you're just gonna get up all in my space, huh? All in my space. I'm gonna move on. So number 3, you need to be comfortable with continuous learning. You need to be flexible with that. And what I mean by that is you have to be willing. So this plant, he's eating the plant. You guys are great co-hosts. You have to be flexible with learning curves and learning things that you didn't know before. You are always learning something new when you're a freelancer. Because you're a business, you are learning the business end of things, like what I mentioned in point 1, like taxes, learning how to do business taxes. It's bad enough that like you might have to learn how to do, you have to learn how to do taxes as an adult, but then like you also need to learn how to do taxes as a business. And that can be like a little scary, but like you've got this. You have to be okay with constantly learning. You are also an artist, so like you have to be constantly learning to like improve your skills. Day in, day out, you're going to be learning new things. You have to be okay with it. If you're not okay with learning new things, or if not knowing something makes you feel like really vulnerable and like really uncomfortable, which I get it. I hate being confused. That's one of my big pet peeves. I don't like confusion. I don't like when things are unclear and I can't understand them. I hate being confused. I really do. But I've accepted the fact that all life is continuous learning. You're never a master of things. Even the artists who you think are masters, or the creatives that you think are masters, they're not masters. At least they don't feel like they're masters. They're still learning. And the reason why they've obtained that master status is because they've learned as much as they could within their field. So continuous learning, be flexible. It's hard, you're gonna struggle, but it's okay. Just be open to the process of constantly learning and you'll be good. Number 4 of the things that I wish I knew before I became a freelancer. It is a very, 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 very lonely life. Very lonely life. I know that a lot of people, especially who are like introverts, are gonna be like, oh, that's fine. I don't like being around people that much anyway. That's perfect for me. Yeah, no. It's lonely, you guys. And like, I'm not an extrovert, I'm an ambivert. I dip and dive out of both. I find that there are times where I definitely need to be alone and I just need to be in my own space. But then if I'm stuck in that space too long, I start getting depressed and like, I don't feel good. I don't feel joyful. I don't feel happy. And I need to connect. And that's me personally. Like I said, I'm an ambivert, so that's just my own situation. Definitely for extroverts who are artists and want to become freelancers, you gotta practice self-care, baby. It's very lonely. It will not always be lonely. There will be times where you can get out and do stuff and, you know, as far as the work side of it goes. But overall, it's lonely. Chances are you'll be working at home. If you can rent an office space, like maybe you'll have neighbors that you'll chill with, but like even then it's an office space. You'll be in your own office. You definitely have to be mindful of your mood during those times and practice self-care. You can't just call anybody when you're feeling lonely, because like in the middle of the day, like let's say, you know, you've been working from like 8 to like 1, and then like you're super drained and you need to talk to somebody, and like, you know, chances are you can't just call up anybody at 1 o'clock. People are working, and you get used to that, but in the early stages of that, it's hard, and you can only deal with it for but so long until you do need, like, we're social creatures, human beings, like we need social connection. Number 5 of things I wish I knew before I became a freelancer is you still might need a part-time job, and that's okay. This is something that I wish somebody would have told me for sure. I had no clue. I definitely thought that this would be enough, and maybe that was an error on my part for maybe not researching as much as I could have. I wasn't totally cognizant of like how freelancing went fully. All of the people that I had seen that was doing freelancing, they already had clients, they already had a certain thing of income coming in. I wasn't naive enough to think that I would jump in and it would be like that for me. But I don't know if it was naivete or if it was pride, but I definitely didn't think that I would need to potentially get a part-time job. I know that there are a lot of freelancers who worked for a few years and then saved up a certain amount of money, but that money goes. It goes. And you know, you have to be smart about it. And if you need quick extra money, you gotta get a part-time job. I've done it. I did it this holiday season actually. A part-time job like can really save your life. Personally, I feel very funny about part-time jobs in what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie, and that might be a pride thing. But I don't want to go back. My old job, I was working at a restaurant, at a Japanese restaurant, sake bar. I was a bartender, a hostess, and a server. I was grinding, y'all. I don't want to do that anymore though. So I tend to get a little picky with my part-time jobs. But with this particular job at this holiday market, I was working with another artist who was basically doing the same thing that I was doing. She was an artist. I don't want to say she was a freelancer, but she was definitely a small business. She did crafts and like cards and stuff like that. I will link her stuff in the description. Her company's name is Black Lamb Handmade, and she, as far as like when it comes to like conventions and online shops and stuff, she is doing what I am also doing, which means even though it can suck having a part-time job, you can lean into the dip, so to speak, and find a part-time job that is within what it is that you're doing as an artist. Like, since we're talking about freelancers, specifically as a freelancer. Granted, she was not a freelance artist, but because I have an online shop and she has an online shop and she needed help selling stuff in person, which is what I'd be doing anyway at conventions, I decided to take that job. She needed help for the holidays, so I decided to do that. It was paid, it was fast money, it was easy, it was stuff that I was doing already anyway, and I was learning stuff from her. I learned how she categorized her inventory and what kind of products she used to do her POS, which is point of sale for the nerds, but which is basically like, you know, card readers and all that kind of stuff. So, and her setup was like legit, you guys. It was like super legit. But these are things that I wouldn't have known if I didn't work with her. There's no shame in taking a part-time job. No shame at all. And if you do feel weird about it, definitely try to make it work for you and try to learn something from your job. Like, work with somebody who is in your field, doing what you're doing, or who is working in an area that is also something that you're doing that you can add to your process. Yeah, my nose is itchy, sorry. And that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Big shout out to my Patreons. I love you guys so much. Thank you to all my Patreons who help to support me and my dreams and my goals. If you want to be a Patreon, link will be in the description down below. And I have to go to the bathroom really badly. Sorry, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you. I hope that these were informative and that it helps you on your freelancing journey. And I love you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you can see more of my videos. Okay, bye. Gotta go. Bye.